And doing the mic check. Robert Lee, how you doing? How's everything going with you? I'm just piddling here. Excuse me. Need to take a break from printing. I've been printing my brain out and I'm getting a little tired, so I'm gonna play with slot cards, which I haven't played with slot cards in like a couple of weeks. I've been doing all this printing stuff. So I don't get burned out. I'm gonna do what really I intended to do in the hobby, which was have fun with playing slot cards. So, White Wolf, how you doing? Hey, White Wolf. You know, I kind of tried to answer your questions on painting, but it's really hard to do. Really, with me typing everything. That color shift paint, that's from SMS. It's a place in Australia, and basically, I think you just paint those things a jet black. You know, get it super shiny. So you have to clear the black really super cleared. Or you don't have to. I've done it both ways. So it's the clear that really brings out the color. But what I would suggest when you do color shift is when you get it to the gloss black and super shiny, you know, when you get it black, gloss blacked out and everything, you have to put on the color shift on coat lightly. So put like 3 light coats, see how it looks. But usually when you clear over it again is when you start getting that color shift. It also depends on the paint, but the stuff I use is SMS. It's acrylic. It is a, you know, a non-water-based one, which I recommend. I don't care for water-based as much as I used to. It takes longer to deal with and stuff. I like acrylic stuff. So, hey, Pistol Pete, how you doing? I wanted to thank Pistol Pete. He found these online, and these are car stands. And I'm gonna talk to Dave about redesigning this. But now Dave put the logos on here. This is mine, you know, the Area 51 and the alien head. And then Dave did one with HRW and stuff like that. But it's a little car stand for 132nd. I don't know if you could put 124th on. I guess if you sized it up bigger, we could do that. That's what it basically does, is stick it on the car there underneath and holds it up like that if I don't drop it. And there's a place for the guide right here, so it works pretty cool and it looks really neat. So if you have a shelf and you have these on there, it looks really nice. So, but thanks, Pete. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. I liked it, and pretty awesome. You know, appreciate you sharing that. And of course, all the other things that are going on in life. I have, if I need to drop out of here, God, I hope that snapped. Yeah, that is. Is that? Let's find out. I don't know, what's an oil? Oh, great. I don't know what I did with my naphtha. Good thing I put that on there. Would have been put oil on there. So, now I'm lost here. As usual. Let's see what's going on. Windex, you know what? I think I took it upstairs. Great. Alright, well, I'll have to do it from the bottle. Anyways. But, yeah. Needed a break from the damn, what you call it, printing. Really get kind of burnt out after a while, so I just want to keep my sanity here. Sometimes some mistakes happen, and I don't know why. And usually I'll go set a bunch of Harry on the giveaway on Labor Day. Oh, cool! Right on, Pistol. Appreciate that, Pete. You really helped us out a lot in a lot of things. Yeah, it's in Australia they come from, so the shipping's about $35. It's a little high, but you know what? The paint is worth it. I recommend it. It doesn't attack your decals, and it does a real good job. And that's why I use it a lot. So does Harry. And Harry uses a lot of different other things too. Oh yes, I get to play with slot cards, man. Let's see my 12 volts. Let me check my voltage here. Check my braids here. Let me see what my voltage is. My voltmeter here. We're at 12. So I'm doing 12 today. 12 volts. Okay, we're good. So, yeah, my carbon nozzle, it's plugged. Yeah, that could be quite the challenge. So I had that happen with my darn bamboo. That one, it plugged up completely. It was a little aggravating, but I found the video on how to take the nozzle apart and then the cutter, and I learned a lot by doing that, and I was able to clear it. But yeah, it sucks when it clears. You know what I don't do, Pete? And I've told Dave to do this, and I do this with the bamboos, which I'll do today. I don't, in my AMS, I do not leave the filament in the tube, because the tube actually will grab moisture because it's sitting in a plastic tube. So what I do with my AMS is that I just pull I don't leave it loaded. I pull them out because I don't want the filament sitting in there, because I think that'll get, well, to me, my theory is it gets full of water and it ends up breaking and then it causes a clog. So, but you can still get a clog even without, even if you do that. But I always unload the machine if I'm not going to be printing the next day or for a couple of days, because leaving it in there, it's just going to absorb moisture. So, but that's just my take on it right there. Try and clean up again, because I know my track's dirty. Yeah, my track is really dirty. And I cleaned it up a little bit. That's how long it's been sitting. Morning. You okay, babe? Yeah. There's coffee. I'm just doing a live. If you need anything, let me know. You feeling okay? Yeah, I feel better. Okay. I think the guys are going to come by to do the I talked to, what's his name, Ryan. They should be by today to start on that work. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody coming over and doing work on my basement. So, hey, Jag, how you doing? Good morning. So what else you guys are up to? I know this is just a little impromptu thing here. I don't really schedule lives. That's Marty's job. Marty could do the official live. I just do the impromptu stuff, which I like. Jag, what are you up to, bud? Anything new with you guys? Anything new with any of you guys? I have, who's ever pre-ordered trucks, I have most of them done. I'm waiting for Steve to send me an email to see if any more have pre-ordered. I got all the pre-orders done. And I got scratch build bodies going too, because I know there's something we kind of haven't filled up yet. So Steve will be getting a small stock of them. So we got Zims 2.0. What's up? Still making up my plans for a routed track. Hopefully start it next spring. Oh, cool. HSF Racing. Hello, how you doing? Chris, how you doing? Working and building a slot shed still. A whip. Cool. So you got a couple guys building tracks and sheds. That's nice. I know Kevin's been busy. He's been busy building some really awesome tracks, man. He he has been to Michigan, and now I don't have my grabbers. That's great. He's been to Michigan, and he's going to Massachusetts next. So he's been busy, and his tracks. You know, this track right here is a Racetrack Scenic. So was the first kind of beta test track here. That's why you could see the joints and stuff. His newer tracks, there are no joints. They're totally smooth. He's really got it perfected down with just the experience he's gotten by going to places and putting them together. And I know you guys have seen the track, so I'm kind of proud of this track because I did put this together myself. And you know, it's the whole premise of what Kevin had was when he built tracks. He would send it to the people and they would put it together. Well, come to find out that that's a little bit easier said than done. You know, people run into problems, and Kevin's the one who designed it. So Kevin decided to just go and put the tracks together himself, which I think it works out better. But all in all, it's I think he's doing well, and I'm happy for him. And he's a busy guy now, but he's doing what he loves. Because that's what he told me that he wanted to do is build slot car tracks. And that's what he does now. So, and his son Casey's real good at it too. He's picked up a lot of skill from his father. So, oh darn. So, oh, that's a bad spot. Using Avalon arms. It's still kind of dirty. I think this is too. One thing about putting too much voltage. It'll create problems. So I usually run 10, so we're going to turn this down to 10. That's where it should be at. 10 volts. There we go. All right. Do so much chatting. I'll be rocking the 01 Rebel like Chuck and Egg. Oh yeah, cool. Rebel's a nice track. I know Dave has had that track for a long time. Dave's had that truck for a very long time. Michael Squire, how are you doing? Good morning. Everything's going good, Michael. Just taking a break from printing. I'm printing my brains out. I'm getting kind of tired, so I haven't really played with slot cars, which the whole point of this is to play with slot cars. So, but just taking a small break. Got most of the stuff done. What else has everybody else been up to besides the two that have answered me? One's building a slot shed, the other one's building a routed track, and then we have Jag, who's got his Revell track, which is cool. There's another gentleman that has a lot of Revell that plays on this Revell track. God, I forget his name. Dave knows him. He has a page for Revell track. I don't know if you've been on that one. Jag, you should check it out. There is a Facebook page. Chris McFarland, how you doing? Good morning. Everyone has a big track, and how difficult is it to build it on your own? My track. So the track is 12 by 7, because this is a 12 by 7 table. Lane spacing's 4 inches, so it's a big track. It's a wide track because I want to put the bigger cars down here. But I kind of think about it, maybe I should have went with just a 1/32 spacing, because in reality, the big cars I really mess with are upstairs. I have an oval upstairs that's 14 by 5, so, and that's hanger 1. So this one right here, it took me, it wasn't difficult to build, because what these are joints you put together, and then you drive dowels in here, and then you of course put putty to cover them up, and then you sand the joints down. It was a little bit more work, but the way the tracks are that Kevin has now, the way he's designed these now, they're a lot better and a lot easier, and they have no seams. So he's really perfected it. Like I said, this was the first beta track. It wasn't difficult for me because I'm somewhat savvy. With other people, not always that way. So that's why Kevin goes out and puts the tracks together in case there's some type of technical thing that only Kevin would know about his design, he could do it himself instead of trying to direct people on what to do. And he enjoys doing it, so I think that's why he does it. I mean, he's been going all over the country. If you've seen, he went to Colorado, Seattle, Michigan, Massachusetts, Florida. He's been all over the United States building these tracks. And it's pretty cool. You know. No, but it wasn't too bad, man. It was pretty easy. So it seems to me like your wood course mimics that you had in plastic. Similar, not exactly. So the original Area 51 it went like this, and it went U'd, and it went U'd again, and then it went in an angle here, and it went this way. You can look on the videos, sort of similar. The guy who helped me design this one was his name was he's Kevin's partner, and I can't remember his name, but he's from South Africa, and he's a civil engineer. And he's the one that kind of suggested this layout, because we went back and forth on what would be a good layout, and this is kind of the final one that we came up with. But he's good with designing flow and stuff, and so is Kevin. So they both, Johan is his name, Johan. They both get together and with the customer. Custom tracks will cost more. Standard layouts that Kevin have will be at one price. Like there's actually this layout right here is in his website. So if you want this layout that you see right here, you could order it the way it is at one price, because it's not a custom layout. It's one that he has already, how would you say, in stock. So it's something that's planned already. When you get a custom made track with a certain design, like this one here in particular, I paid $500 for the design. So in other words, I had to pay the designer, just like how Dave designs all the chassis and stuff. He's the designer. That's the one that gets the fee, because he has to design this on CAD or on the computer, and then Kevin, you know, builds the track out on the machine, the laser cutter machine. So that's how that's done. But if you go on the website, all the tracks that are on the website, that's the price they're at, because they're not custom. They're already made and designed. But if you send them a custom one, like you have an idea, and then they'll work with you and kind of change it to make it better, they feel that'll work better, then that's a $500 fee. That's how that works. But all in all, it's typically about, you know, if you're gonna buy a track, it's gonna be about $3,000 if you want one designed. And, you know, that doesn't include, you know, all the, well, Kevin, see, I don't know how Kevin's doing it though, because when he puts a track together, he puts it together and it's a functioning track. So all the braids in it, of course, you know, the controller stations, the power, you know, the power supply, all that, he includes all that, I think, on his price. And then it's a complete track where you just a turnkey track, basically. So thanks for the info, H. Hi, Crispy. Yeah, no problem, Chris. If you go to the racetrackscenics.com, you can look at there. This layout's called, I think, Raceway 51. You named it after, you know, my name. But what if changes, let's see, Jag's asking, what if any changes you would like to make on the layout now? Would you had it up or running some time? Yeah, now that you've had it up. You can break this apart and add to it if you wanted to, but with the way this is a real older track, I don't think it'd be a good idea. You know, I thought about in the future, but I probably won't. I thought about going to more like a 1/32 lane spacing, because this is really wide. This is the same width as a Carrera track. So it's basically, this is like a wood Carrera track. That's the width of it, because I made it wide to accommodate for bigger cars, because I could put 124 scale cars and I don't have to worry about them knocking each other off because they're too close when they come around the corner. But I mean, yeah, you could do it, but I wouldn't want to. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, because I like it. It works well, and I don't have a problem with it. But yeah, I enjoy it. But you could break it down and, you know, put another pattern on it if you wanted to. I know Kevin has told me, you know, if you want a different, you know, design, because I saw his newer designs, he told me we could break this down and sell this one. so you could break this in 3 sections or whatnot, and you know, get it done. But anyways, yeah, I hope that answers your question, Jack. It's not like a plastic, well, not like a plastic track. So that's one thing advantage of a plastic track. You can break everything down and do another design. But it's all a matter of preference. Jerry, how you doing? Good morning, sir. Mr. Jerbear. What we got here? Question, do you guys plan on doing any 3D modified bodies? Like coupes, Mustangs, or Gremlins, Pintos? We have a Gremlin scratch build car already, a body. And I think we have a Pinto and we have a Vega. Mustang we don't have. We have just the bodies. We don't have any. You'd have to cut them up, which you can do to make them into modified cars. So I would say a yes, depending on the demand. Right now, with the way everything's going, I only told Steve to do pre-orders because if I flood him with a bunch of stuff and it doesn't sell, that's going to be money sitting on the shelf that doesn't move. So product has to move. I don't want to flood him with cars and then they just sit there and collect. Because some of the models we've already gone through for scratch building bodies, we could tell which ones didn't really sell, so we removed them. And we're only putting the ones that people are more or less interested in. So, but if you wanted a custom body, you'd have to talk to Steve. That'd be a little bit, you know, of extra cost because, you know, unless I have to get one designed or something like that, that's more money. It's a lot more money. So. But yeah, we do have Gremlins. There's a Gremlin that's being printed right now. That's for stock. We're he's updated his scratch build section for scratch built body builds. You know, so there's only gonna be 2 of each model. So I mean, if you're interested in scratch building, you can look at that when you got it back in stock and see what everything's at. So here's something that I want that is out of stock. What do you want that's out of stock? Jerry, tell me right now. I can tell you if we have it now. Hey, good morning, Mark. How you doing? Hey, Mark, did you get your chassis? I'm assuming you did. I haven't looked at pirate ship in a while because I've been busy. I hope you got your chassis and you got your car together and you're sending it in, please. You need to send it in as soon as possible, but because the mail system going to frickin' Home Racing World, every time it goes to the Kansas City hub, it's a kind of a mess, and they take so long, and it's so screwed up over there. So I hope you get your car sent right away. I would get it done this week. Friday minimal, get it sent, and you know, get your late model in. Yes, last Friday I mailed it out. Okay, awesome, cool. All right, can't wait to see it then. All right, cool. I'm glad you're able to get you taken care of, buddy. We want you to join in on the race. I need you and Chuck and Dave to develop and print various width aprons for the Revel track. Talk to Dave about that, Jag. Dave is the designer. He knows more about designing than I do. You'd have to ask him that question. I'll kind of drop, and you know, I'll drop a note to him when I talk to him because I think he's still asleep. He should be waking up soon because it's 3-hour difference to California from here. He's in California. So, yep, yeah, but Pistol Pete, these things are awesome. These little stands, they're cool. I like how you found those. Get me some Revo slot love here. Revo slot, Revo slot. Yep, there you go. Chris, I enjoy your channel. Hold on, I wish you could stay longer. Oh, no problem. I appreciate that, Chris. You got to go to work. I'm doing this on the work hours everybody's at, so no problem. Jack, no problem. Anytime. Help out. Ain't that gonna help out? That's cool. Pretty. So who is from here? I think a couple guys have done the Labor Day race. Who's doing the Labor Day race? I'm curious to see who's got a car going in. Because we're already up to, I think Terry says we're up to like 26 cars, which is pretty good. Am I playing hooky today? No, I'm not. I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so I'm off 4 days. So no, I'm not playing hooky. If you're talking to me, no hooky for me. I have to be at work, especially now. We've been busy a little bit. We're gonna get busier in the winter too. We're gonna be real busy in the winter. Yours is cutting into my retirement time. My car is ready and yeah, I know. I saw yours, Robert. Is there? Yep, Robert's got his car there. Tad, how you doing? Good morning. I know Tad's car is there. Mine's are there. White Wolf, I think your cars are in it. We have Marty's and Dusty's cars. There's two guys from the forum named Lance and Aloha. They sent their cars in. They're there. So yeah, send them in as soon as you can. We're going to have another race. There's going to be, quite a few models after this one, so it's going to be fun. Those cars have really gotten some interest, so which is good. Blue Water Racing, morning. How you doing? Got to meet Kevin at his son's last week. Got me some videos of the track, also super nice and smooth. Oh, cool. So Blue Water Stock Car Racing, you're in Michigan, I guess? Because they were in Michigan last. They did that track in Michigan, which looks really good. That's a beautiful layout they did. It looks really good. I really like how that looks. Nice looking model. And it came out good. Okay, yeah, you're in Michigan. Cool. All right, that's good. Yeah, it's probably a lot smoother than this one. This one's okay. It's got a little bumps here and there, but not too bad. Mine is supposed to be there by the 28th, according to the post office, overnighting, and then the post office added a few days. Yeah, that's usually how it is. Okay, cool. I'll let Harry know that yours is on the way soon. That'll be cool. The new Mazda RX-7 Revos are going to be coming out soon. I will get one of those. Excuse me. Those cars are cool. All right. Got that one done. I like those stands. All right. Time to bust out some freaking can't go that way. I'm gonna bust out some can I go further out here? Or is this thing in the way? Damn, that thing's bugging, man. Got something in the way here. That's what happens when you run out of room. You're upsetting that damn thing, isn't it? Let me pull this forward. Okay. Bastard. Okay. Come out the other way. Sorry guys, trying to get my F1 cars out, but right there. Okay, so let's get the Lucky Strike one here. I haven't ran these in a while. Love my F1 cars. Jerry said the Gremlin show out of stock. Yeah, the Gremlin will be in stock in a week. So probably 2 weeks, because I'm trying to ship everything together with the pre-order trucks that I have printed already so far for pre-order, and the pre-order the new asphalt cars. So I'm currently printing bodies right now. So when I get them all printed, I'll send them all. I got like another quite a few cars left to do. So, oh. Yeah, you still keep wiping out there. Slow down, George. See, George, do you generally use urethane tires? On scratch build cars and the 3D cars, yes. On some of these cars, well, obviously these are rubber tires. I'll use rubber tires like the F1s, Revo slots, slotted, all that stuff. Thunder slot, that's all rubber. I don't have all urethane. I do like rubber on the track, in some cars. See, like on these ones, they run good. The polycar rubber is a little bit harder. It's good for plastic, but then I go with the NSR tires for these cars. So they're a little bit more grippier. To me, don't slide as much. It's all preference. But yeah, not on all of them, but on some. Mainly, like I said, 3A3D builds and scratch build cars, I use urethane. But you can use rubber tires on the 3A3D cars. They really handle good when you put rubber tires because they got more grip, obviously, than the urethanes. But it all depends what you're doing, or if you're doing circle track, or if you're doing road course, all up to you. Or if you go into friends' tracks with proxies that have a lot of road course, I would use rubber tires. Or silicones. People like using silicones. Already uses silicones. They also do good on silicones too, the 3A3D cars. Will you do a video of the big 4x4 coming soon? Will do running. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's right. I know you did that big old truck, Tad. I forgot about that. That thing's cool. Really nice to see that. I need more 3D trucks. All right, Tad, let me talk to you in a little bit because I actually may have something for you. Let's see, I pre-ordered my Ford pickup last week. Cool. Yep, it's right here, ready to go. Sure track on a boat. What about that? Ooh, crash. Crash, crash, crash. All right, let me get another car. Get another F1. These cars are great. Love them. They're so beautifully detailed. All right, this is Ronnie Peterson car, I think. The slow booger. What the fuck? Uh-oh. I think something's wrong with this car. Oh yeah, here goes the pinion. That's the thing about these cars. When the pinions go, you gotta take them all apart and fix them. So this pinion is no good on this car. So that sucks. I gotta fix that. You can tell when you do this, the pinion's cracked. That stinks. Oh, another car to fix. Later on, let's get another one here. Hopefully this ain't gonna do it. See the difference. I'll have to take that one apart and fix it. I do have pinions upstairs. Sometimes you put a brass pinion, you have to trim them. You know, shave them off at an angle so they fit in the little gearbox. I've done that on one of them. George, what controllers are you using? I'm using the DD300, the non-networked ones, DeFalco's. I don't need any network type chips on these ones. It's just for home track. So upstairs I do have 3 of them that are that way. They're the network style. And they have the big, network where you customize your range of how you want it. Yeah, DeFalco, Jack. But you can get a Professor motor too that's cheap and it's better, not that it's better, it's just for home track. It has, as long as it has a brake and and sensitivity, I'm good. I'm not into buying controllers that have more than 2 knobs. It's kind of ridiculous when you have like 15, 20 knobs. I mean, that's why I kind of wonder if it'd be I'd like to see people that actually do competitive racing tell people you have to use this controller and see what happens, because it's all in the finger as far as I'm concerned, all in your trigger finger. But that's just my opinion. But it'd be interesting to see that. You can only use this controller, you can't use that one. See how well people drive. And it is nice to be able to control your sensitivity and stuff. It is an advantage. Oh, yes, Tad. Thanks, Tad. Yeah. New trucks are going to be good. We'll try and get a Dodge. We just have to get one designed. That won't be till next year because it's expensive to design cars. Excuse me. Controller technology seems to have gone bonkers. Seems to happen when I race RC. Yeah, I think a lot of it's kind of overkill and kind of upsales to spend more money. It really depends on the driver, and then they make that controller that has like 20 knobs on it. It's like it's a little bit overkill, and people feel that they're gonna win races with it. I guess go for it, but I just think it's too much. Speed and brake, sensitivity and brake is fine with me. Then they have traction control and all that. That's a little bit too much for me. I don't need traction control. I'm fine. I'm only on a home track. It's not like I'm going out and racing wing cars or anything like that. See, Jag, what do you guys? Seems like it always late to the party. I wanted to get the DS 3509, but now they are back in stock. The price jumped about $60. Yeah, probably because of tariffs. If it's the DeFalco, well, I don't know. If it's a DeFalco, it's made in the U.S., I think. I don't think he makes them anywhere else but the U.S. But the other controllers, like the Third Eye and all that other stuff, those other ones, Scale Auto, Slot It, those are going to be more. I'm sure they jumped up in price. Professor motor ones and DeFalcos, I think, are made in the United States. I would hope they are. Oh my God, please. I hope they are. I'm pretty sure they are. because they're independent companies, obviously. Of course, also if you're getting components from, you know, the East, that may also increase the price as well. Freaking bugs me that damn car. I'm gonna have to take that apart. More projects on the bench. And we get the. You gotta run these cars and you find out they have problems later on. Oh, these tires are terrible on this. So these are the original. Nothing bad against, you know, these tires, but these right here are they're just too hard for my wood track. So let me clean them. So they kind of slip around all over the place. Not offering that much grip. I haven't changed the tires on these, which I probably should. It's a cool looking car, the South African. This will grip real nice on the plastic track, but on mine it just has the slides all over. It needs tires. Must have. Shoot. Let's see. These tires are not the best. Not the best, but Jag. This is good. DS, is that the controller you guys are talking about? DS. Yeah, see those tires can be switched out, and I didn't switch them out on these, which I should. I got some NSR ones I think for this, but leave it up here for now. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it. I just thought I'd do a quick live and, you know, for fun, but it's a very short one, but not much going on right now. What car has a lot of stutter coming out of the curb, and the tires are true? That too much grip. Could be you have corners on the, you know, make sure the corners are radiused, because those will catch your pod moving around a lot. I don't know what kind of car you're talking about though, Jerry. It could be, you know, your pod movement too loose, shattering. You know, it's just yeah, it is getting grip. It's getting a lot of grip when it does that. So it could be a number of things, but anyways. All right, guys, I got to get going because we have some people coming over to work on the house. So thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. As always, have fun racing.